Good afternoon. Thanks for being with us. I'm Brian Yacono. There's a lot happening in the weather department right now. Aaron Myler is in for Keith today. Aaron, there's a bit of a tropical storm feel to this system.
Yeah, we have a lot going on outside right now. Very heavy downpours are associated with this, flooding issues alongside with that. So it does have that overall kind of feel as you go out there, even with that very humid outside at this point. And we have a lot of rain that's continuing to move through. A lot of it so far has been in western and southern portions of the state who have flash flood warnings issued at this point in time. Now we're seeing those stretching from Saco up towards Augusta and continuing up from there as we still have heavy rainfall across many portions of the state. So we're really seeing quite a bit moving through. Is this the heaviest we've ever had? No, but it's a long period with it, and we're just continuing to add on. A lot of us already got about 2 inches, if not more, of rain out there, and we're continuing to put more on top of that. Eastern Maine really haven't got too much yet, and you guys are going to get the bulk of this as we move into later this evening. So we're continuing with the rainfall here as we go through the rest of your Tuesday. Otherwise, wind speeds are a big concern with this. Right now, current wind speeds out around the area are sitting sustained around 10 to 15, even up towards 20 miles an hour. We do have wind gusts that are up towards 35 miles an hour. Even with that, if you get a storm over top of you, even breezier. So we're going to see that continuing here, with flooding also being another big priority. If you see any water out there, don't drive through it. And we're going to see this moving east towards the rest of Maine here as we go through the rest of your evening. So we do have some rain continuing that'll move in overnight as well. So we're going to have a rainy next 12 hours still, but we're not in the woods yet, but we're getting pretty close to it compared to, we're about the halfway point, I should actually say, with this system. So I'll keep tracking this and what's coming after it for you guys in just a couple minutes.
Aaron, thank you. Those flash flood warnings continue for some of our larger communities today. News Center Maine's David Guilford is live this noontime in Auburn. Hi, David.
Hi, Brian. We are just below Festival Plaza on the Auburn side of the Androscoggin River, and actually the rain has really let up just in the last 2 minutes before we came on air, but it's intensified and waned drastically over the past hour that we've been in this area. And as Aaron mentioned, the sheer width and length of the flash flood warning area, we're right smack dab in the middle of it in the Twin Cities here. And we haven't seen too much serious flood damage yet, but I want to show you just an example of what a lot of rain in a short amount of time can do. This is a manhole cover in this apartment complex parking lot next to me. Have you ever tried to lift one of these out on the street? It's not an easy task to accomplish, and the floodwaters coming from underneath in those pipes are lifting it like it's a dinner plate. I must say, this is the worst of what we've seen in the area as we've been driving around. Roads are clear from everything we have seen, and the Androscoggin River is off to my right here. It's not very dramatic. It hasn't flooded over the banks. We walked by the falls. The falls aren't roaring like we've seen in the past, but what worries me, Brian, is what Aaron said there toward the end, that this could be a prolonged storm where we see some high winds that were quiet here in the Twin Cities but have now started to pick up. And we're going to try to drive around the other areas in this region to see what folks are dealing with. Things like this, we obviously don't want to see, but we'll keep an eye on the Androscoggin River as we certainly see that flood over the past decades here in the region too. It's a major waterway with our major population centers living along that waterway that is all along that flash flood warning area. Brian.
All right, David Guilford live for us in Auburn today. David, thank you. And